Look at this fabulous chair, handmade by the loveliest cast and crew I could ever ask for. Me cousins, me primos. Best chair ever created in this world, I must say. I could do this and be like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Hi, how you doing? Hey, this is pretty nice, pretty nice. It's a great chair. You should be jealous. What is up, fam? It is YT Theater Company, and today I'm giving you a video on how I started filmmaking / YouTubing. Now, I made this video about like 3 times now, so I'm really tired of doing it. So we're gonna try and make this really quick so that you guys can get an idea of how I started filmmaking and try and spare you the painstakingly boring details. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so the main reason I wanted to start filmmaking or making videos on YouTube is because I wanted to become an actress, and I felt like the only way I could really put myself out there without going to talent agencies and doing all that stuff, I thought, hey, YouTube's a public forum, I can make whatever I want and it's free. So I was like, hey, let's do it, huh? That's what I did. I made a YouTube channel, named it YT Theater Company. Yeah, the rest is history. That's all. Just kidding. So before I could even upload videos, I had to use my dad's camera, which was a really old camera. It couldn't even plug into the computer, if that's giving you an idea of how old it was. Because of that, we had to buy out a whole new camera. And so the first videos that we did, we made it on the Vivitar DVR 840X HD. This camera is pretty fantastic, I must say. It is red, it is a Vivitar camera, so obviously it's amazing. I'm just kidding, we bought it at Radio Shack for super cheap. It was red, so that's why I wanted it. We made our videos with this little guy. We had no editing software whatsoever, so we were basically just shooting one take and going with it. It was so hilarious how it ended up. But you could tell from our first few videos, they were only one take, and anytime we had to mess up, we had to start the video all over again. Eventually we started using the YouTube video editor, which is pathetic as well. And so we would just like upload all the videos we had or the takes, and then we just combine them together. Sometimes we had too many clips, and so we had to like make 2 parts or whatever. It was just an interesting experience, to say the least. So after that, we started doing pretty simple videos. The main premise on my channel was cubing videos, Nerf videos, and we tried to do some comedy. I was really into speed cubing at the time, and so I got my first cube packages, got my first puzzles, got, you know, my first Nerf guns, so I had to make videos about that. We had no schedule whatsoever. I just made a video, and then whenever I could, I would upload it. And when you first start too, you kind of expect to see like great results right away, and obviously that's not going to be the case unless you just start off your videos amazingly. Obviously we didn't. We had really slow subscription growth rates, but it was fine. After a while, you start realizing that you're not going to be this amazing YouTube star right away, so you got to work towards it, and so that's what we did. We decided that the Vivitar was not a good enough camera anymore. We wanted to do some vlogging type videos as well, and this camera is a little too big for that, so we decided to buy a new camera, the Canon PowerShot ELPH 300HS. It is quite a mouthful of a camera name, but it works really well. The zooming is a problem though, because if you're filming a video and you want to zoom something, you will hear the clicking noise while it's zooming, and it's quite annoying, and it ruins your video sometimes. That can be seen in Nerf War: The Fugitive behind the scenes. Walter liked to use the zoom button a lot. So we decided to move on to this little guy. And so that's when you started seeing some better looking Nerf Wars. We had insane Nerf battles come out, Nerf shorts, Nerf War Arctic fight that had better quality of video, that's for sure, because this one wasn't that good. We had better quality editing software because the camera came with an editing software that worked decently. The only problem was I didn't get to use any music in my videos, and that kind of messed me up, because whenever you see something in your head, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, and then you try and make the video, and then you're like, oh, I don't have music for this, so it looks horrible. So we just powered through. We kind of let it go. Eventually we got an Apple computer. It was a MacBook Air 11-inch. Once we figured out how to use iMovie, we started making more Nerf Wars, and so we did Nerf Squad the Launch Code, Nerf Cops the Interrogation Room, just a bunch of Nerf stuff while I was at my cousin's house. That kind of started the era of our better Nerf Wars. And this was still the time where I was making cubing videos, but eventually I started waning out of it and going into Nerf Wars, comedy videos, just me talking to the camera, because I was getting nowhere with cubing. I wasn't going to any competitions, my speed solving wasn't that amazing, and quality of videos, it was good, but like it wasn't something that I was super interested in filming. And so we started making more Nerf Wars. One summer we made Nerf War: The Park Attack. It was a normal video. It got a couple thousand views at first, and then we entered PDK Films' 100,000 subscriber contest with Nerf War Business Deal, and that was an okay video as well. It was a tough video to make because we only had 2 people, and it's not that intense if you look back at it, but we got 3rd place with it, so I was really happy with that. And then afterwards, all of a sudden Nerf War Park Attack just started exploding in views. It was quite an interesting thing to see happen, because at this point I knew that I wasn't getting too far with my YouTube channel. It was just something that I was doing because if I kept at it, I thought maybe I'll get something out of it, and eventually I did. I was kind of surprised that it was happening with this video though, because because when we were making it, it took 2 days to film. It was just kind of a frustrating thing to make. But then it started racking up views, and it, got me pretty excited. And so that's when I started wanting to make more Nerf Wars and more comedy videos or sketches. And so right before that video was uploaded, I uploaded my last cubing video, I believe. It was Puzzle Collection of 2013. I still know how to speak cube. If you are still a cubing subscriber, I would be happy to buy some puzzles, check them out, and see how they work, give some reviews on them, and then give them away. So if you guys are interested in that kind of setup or situation, I'd be happy to do that because I know what to look for in a speed cube. I'm sure you guys would enjoy unboxing videos, cube reviews, and giveaways. So if you're still a cuber. So after Park Attack and Business Deal, I got into this mode where I wanted to be a filmmaker. And throughout the whole YouTubing career that I've had, I've only wanted to be like an actress. And then all of a sudden I was like, filmmaking, it's so cool, so much equipment. So that's when I started getting interested in buying a new camera, buying some editing software that's better, buying a nice tripod, getting camera sliders, stabilizers. I was just so into the idea of filmmaking. I was still interested in acting, but then there was this moment where I was like, hey, directing could be really cool. And so that's when I started buying filmmaking equipment such as my Canon XA20, my Davis and Stanford tripod, my Rode NTG2 mic, all that kind of stuff. I just started saving up my money and purchasing all this equipment and started to get serious with how I was making my videos. And I'm still kind of in that mode where I think filmmaking is really cool and I still really want all this equipment, but I've started to realize that the stuff that I want is not necessarily essential for what I need to make my videos for. And then junior year started for high school and I started to lose the motivation to make videos because I was filled up with homework and extracurricular activities. I had other priorities and focuses. I wasn't worried about not putting up a video for a while. And so that's why when you started seeing a video every month or 2 months, I'm hoping that in the future I'll be able to put out a nice schedule for you guys so that you have a video every week or at least 2 weeks, just depending on what I can do. And so my journey has become an interesting roller coaster, I suppose. When I first started, there was 0 subscribers, barely any views, but then you gradually start seeing an increase in subscribers and views, and you start to think you can get somewhere. And right now, I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers, which is insane. And so that's been an exciting and happy journey for me. I'm happy that I stuck with YouTubing, and so with that will come more videos for you guys. If you guys keep subscribing, keep liking these videos and watching them, then we could have Q&A videos, more Jill Talks, comedy sketches, more Nerf Wars. I can start building up my video skills because even though they're alright, I have a level of where I want them to be. And like I said, I've kind of realized I don't need certain things in my camera backpack, so I'll probably just be looking into buying essential things that I need to buy in a desktop because my laptop, it served me well, but I need to get more power. Lights kits, right now I'm using like IKEA lights. They're pretty decent right now, but I need better lights. Accessories to keep my videos going for Nerf Wars, like batteries, external audio recorder, boom pole. So that's pretty much it. Started off slow, bought a couple cameras along the way, and kind of got to where I am now, which is 10,000 subscribers basically. And I thank you guys so much for each and every one of you because you made this channel possible and you've made some of my dreams come true. Thanks to you guys, I can make money off of this. I could potentially make this a job, and which sounds awesome to me, or at least a side job. So if you guys have questions you want to ask me them on this comment section below, or ask me on Twitter, and I'll make Jill Talks Q&A, why not? Alright, so a couple things you guys should look out for before I go. You should look out for a what's in my camera bag video, a room tour video, and a couple random unboxings. I just got the Jaybird Blue Buds X. I got a couple other accessories that are little electronics, just be a small unboxing collab of just a bunch of random stuff that I've got over the weeks and months. If you guys want to see those unboxings, let me know and I will be sure to make that video. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to put it up unless you guys ask for it. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. Be sure to hit the like and favorite buttons if you enjoyed watching this. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel, YT Theater Company, for more great videos to come. Please check out my social media pages. I have Google+, Facebook, Twitter, and Vine. We'll have a good time if you check me out on those. Please ask me questions on Twitter and follow me on that because it'd be really fun if we had a Q&A video weekly. So check me out. Thanks so much for watching this, guys. Bye.